Steve?
I don't know, we just...
Turn around.
What did you get for that costume?
I have one of your toes. Have one of your toes. I want this one. Can I have this one? Can I have it?
I don't have something to do.
Oh, that's a long way down.
Joe right there, Jack.
Joe, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I sold to somebody and they said somebody who can make sentences.
Sentences.
Yeah, that's right.
Food good, fire bad. We should get Fred Marshall over here. Let me elaborate on that last point that I was extemporaneously saying. What do you want? What kind of questions are you going to ask?
No, book's 35 and B.
I'll ask any questions.
All right, we're done.
Steve, we're getting Steve. We're going to draft Steve. You have to talk about your book, Steve.
Hello.
She's a pretty character.
What's that?
Right. She'll just learn real fast which ones mean more. That's fine with ones for Bob. This stuff I don't think.
So these are more than a book.
Yeah, a little bit.
We don't have these out in stacks anymore. Like this.
It's one more Steve the cat. 15,000. Yeah, of course.
Well, how much
Play
for
them well.
this? So I didn't know we had these. So the guy who was in the store, so I have no idea why it's in the box. Let's look it up.
Condition makes a lot of difference in the book. I mean,
Price guy,
if it's an early All-Star, it could be worth it.
It's Caesar.
No, it turns out it wasn't
Shaham.
It was a book of record without the record in it. This guy paid $2,200.
Hey, what happened there?
So I got thank you very much. So
Do I got your
I
finger
got
or
a
do you
credit
have
against
mine?
credit card
What do
without
you
even
think?
knowing who he is.
What I would suggest you do is just see if you can find some. I'll tell you what. There is
this guy's gonna show up wanting
comic.
$2,000.
There was a guy.
Yeah, they'll try to contact.
I assume that Mark has already done that.
What I would do is make a color Xerox, make a Xerox of the front. Your cover might be worth some money for you.
I knew that
Just gonna,
the odds of somebody having that
got a lot of
covered in a
stitches.
particular issue were quite
you
high.
know.
Your little brother, I'm
Who
sure.
knows?
Oh,
I've heard of people making
Woo!
Xerox
Nice
copies
jump.
of covers.
I'll deal with the guy.
If you need me to send it to you, just let me know.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can send it out next day. I mean, you trust me.
Can we look at the comic?
Across the
Give it to you now?
It's like I'll tell you to send out a check and you.
A lot more now.
I was wondering if it was covered.
This is a comic expert, if I've ever seen one.
Now look,
This is a battle-hardened comic expert. He's been there.
This entire.
He was a NAM.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is the man right
Hi.
Would you like to talk about some of your
Talk about
important
the
Should I have
books
the
in this case are some of the premier books
In this
in
world.
all of comics.
Dumb.
Dumb.
That was that.
That was good. You'll have to do it again
How
when he
would you?
turns
He
it on.
could talk about how his rough soul-searching journey from
Steve,
becoming a woman
could
to
you
a man.
tuck your shirt in first?
No, this is how the shirt is.
I want you to look. Gary's going to be upset if you don't look good.
Gary.
Carter. Gary Carter and Bob Overstreet are
Why do you
making
feel
this.
that you
Oh yeah,
And they're
right.
going to sell it direct for the
Oh, then I
Overstreet
can't
guy.
be included then.
Of course, they might let John Warren sell it his thing too.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Well,
start out by saying where Metropolis comes from, where do we find it?
We're Metropolis Collectibles from New York City.
we deal in human lives. And comic books also. Yeah, this is Metropolis, as you can probably see from the sign that you can't see in back of me. Traveled all the way to San Diego to sell some Golden Age books. And I'll show you some of the books. This book right here is Action Number 1. This is the first appearance of Superman from 1938. The price in this book is $75,000 and the grade is very fine. This book is Detective 27. This is the first appearance of Batman. Price of this is $75,000. It's also a very fine. On the other hand, some of the Silver Age books that we brought with us, like Spider-Man 1 and Fantastic Four 1, which are first appearances of Silver Age characters from the early 60s, which is when Marvel began. Books from that range, generally from that price range, sell for $800 to $5,000, and that's what a lot of people here collect. You know, depending on how old they were or how they are, and when they started collecting. The people who remember buying books, you know, from their childhood, who grew up in the 40s, will tend to buy issues of Captain Marvel and Captain America and Batman, because that's what they remember. People who basically started collecting a few years ago might be looking for things they remember, like X-Men and Spider-Man. And that's just a general cross-section of some of the material we brought with us today. What is that? Okay.
Now, pan across those books. Take a look at those books. You did great. Just great.
What about the human emotion?
What about
There is no human emotion.
what about the famous funniest one? That's
Now
one of
this
the
guy
most
right here,
popular.
this is Joe Vernon, the son of poor sharecropper.
The log cabin.
Well, you can't,
Back.